All right. All right, I'm going to share my screen here and we'll look at some stats. And then we shall get into the games of this week. Um, this game was Griga went to San Pedro and lost by 4. I didn't really look at these stats, but San Pedro's been doing what they need to do. They've been winning at home. Griga has not been able to win on the road yet, and so I think that's going to be a big obstacle for him. Campbell's in a slump. He was 0 for 11, 0 for 5 from 3. He had 4 points. If he'd hit a couple shots, they'd have probably won the game. But Boogie was good. Henderson was good. Konarky was okay. He was pretty good too. But they got outplayed on the island, which it is extremely difficult to win in San Pedro. Quick moving on here. Western Balas versus the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes said they were going to have to call the police, but I guess it didn't get that bad. The Hurricanes beat the Balas by 14 points. And Kirk Smith had 19. Who was next up? Frazier with 18. Then you had Thurton 14 and Tyree with no, never mind. Thurton didn't play. He played 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Tyree had 14. Evans had 11. Next competition, Belize City. This is they routed the PG Panthers, but in this game, Jones had his 1,000 point, so he's a first foreigner or first import to make it to the 1,000 point mark. Game of the week probably was Belmont versus the Orange Walk Rebels. Orange Walk managed to pull it off in overtime by 6 after a game tying 3-pointer by the young Lopez. He had a really nice game. It was good to see him have some success. He had 20 points, shot the ball really well, was 8 of 9. 2 of 2 from 3, 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Jay Tony had 22. Page had 20. Flowers had 16. So they played well. Just didn't quite manage to pull off a W at home. Stand back again, MVP candidate 29. Hudson had 24. T Hall only had 4. Had a tough shooting night. White came in and gave him some good minutes. Matthew Young been playing well. All right, moving on. Where we at here? I'm gonna talk about the games coming up this week, but I want to look up a interesting thing here that Bear Sports sent to me. A little visual. I think it was on Facebook that he sent this thing to me. Let me go into Messenger. On the remaining games, I'll share this with you. This was neat. Alrighty. I'm gonna move this up so we can see a little bit. Or move this down, one out of the two. Alright, here we go. Share my screen again. So this little visual here. So the Hurricanes are in Barry Sports thing. They're on top of the standings on the NEBL website. They're not, but they probably should be. They have 8 wins and 2 losses. Now they have 4 games remaining. The yellow is a home game and the blue is an away game, which the Defenders, they play at the Civic, so that's like a home game, except it's the Defenders' home game. So I got them. They got Defenders in the Civic, and then they got Griga in the Civic. Then they got Belmont in Belmont, and they got San Pedro in San Pedro. The 2 toughest games, those are 3 of the top 4. Well, not top 4, because San Pedro is not top 4, but San Pedro has been playing like top 4. Let's say the Hurricanes win against Griga and Belmopine. Say they lose 2 more somewhere in the mix there. That ends them up at 10-4. So if the Hurricanes would end at 10-4, then we got Griga at 7-4 already. They got PG. We say give them that win. If the Hurricanes would beat them, that would be another loss. And I'll give them a win. So say they lose to the Hurricanes. I don't know. That would put them at like 9-5, I think. The Defenders, if they beat the Hurricanes, if they lose, they got San Pedro at home, Hurricanes at home. The Defenders, like if they beat the Hurricanes, they could win out. It would be pretty close to winning out. The Hurricanes could end up pretty close to a 10-win season too. Orange Walk, they got San Pedro at home, Defenders at home. I don't know. It kind of gets confusing because then you have to figure out who lost to who, but it's going to be interesting, man. I think it's going to be very interesting coming down the stretch. I wanted to look at, I had pulled it up. This is my account that I have to watch ads, so hopefully I don't have to watch ads. But let's check out who this Fenton Bradley is, because the last time the Defenders played the last time the Defenders
SEO smarter and
played the Hurricanes, they busted out a surprise. So let's see if they got another surprise in store for the Hurricanes. Number 21 in white. One thing I've seen about this dude is he is extremely athletic. He's not, he's listed at 6'7", like 190. So he's pretty skinny. Just very slim and athletic. Which the Hurricanes don't have a lot of huge bodies either. But I don't know if they have anybody as athletic as this cat right now. Oh my goodness. He shoots the 3 a little bit. He doesn't shoot the 3 at a bad percentage. He just doesn't shoot very many 3s. And he's got a motor too, it looks like. I don't know. I'm trying to think how he fits in with the Defenders. Oh, that was a nice play. You can catch anything you throw around the rim. It's like a young Alex, I guess. Bouncy. And he shoots a very good percentage as well. I think he's close to 60% from the field. So he's getting a lot of layups, a lot of dunks. And when he does shoot the 3, he can make it. But that's not his game at all. I hope I'm sharing my screen. I'm here watching this thing and y'all might not be watching. Oh yeah, you guys see it. You guys see it too. Yeah. He can run the floor. I'm excited to watch this game tomorrow night. Because the Defenders, although they're not as deep as the Hurricanes, I think I would put the Defenders 5 up against the Hurricane 5. It's about any day. So, anyways, I just wanted to check out that a little bit, show y'all that. All right, next, moving on through this thing. I'm going to. All right, let's see what's going on over here in Facebook because I can't see any comments here. Alex said he's shooting Jays right now, but he'll tune in later. All right, cool, Al. Let's go. Before I make my picks, I'm gonna make it a long show tonight. Before I make my picks, let's look at what I was going to look at was Fenton Bradley's stats. He was in Europe. He was playing in Denmark, in the highest league in Denmark. Share my screen again here. Here's his stats over there. Svendborg. I guess that's the name of the team. I bet y'all didn't know I spoke Danish. Is that what they speak in Denmark? I guess it's what they speak in Denmark. Anyways, he played 24 games. He had 13 minutes a game. It's not like a lot of minutes. 5 points a game, 67.2% field goal range, 46. Let's see how many threes he shot. Does it show? He only shot 13 threes in 24 games, so not even one a night. But I mean, it was a good percentage, 46%. But he just didn't shoot a lot. He was only 6 of 9 from the free throw line. Didn't shoot very many free throws. What did he average? Didn't get very many rebounds. I mean, I don't know what the situation was. He obviously didn't get significant minutes in Denmark this last year. In college, he played in D3. Let's look at his career stats. West Connecticut State University. I don't know anything about that league, but by his senior year, which was in 2020, was his senior year, he averaged 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game, and did shoot good numbers again, 54% from 2, 3, 36% from 3. So those are great numbers. A senior in college. Then he went over to Denmark. In that league, he had played with whatever this team is, Randers Cambria basketball. 28 games, he averaged 4.7 points per game and 2.2 rebounds in his first outing. That's from 2020, 2021, and then 2021, 2022. He played with the Svendborg Rabbits, and he averaged 6.9 points a game and 3.1 rebounds. Pretty good shooting. His 3-point shooting percentage was down, but his free throw shooting was up. 2022, probably all that COVID stuff. Then he went back there in 2022, 2023, and that's where we see that he averaged 5.1 a game. So, is it going to be enough for them to beat the oh shoot, I got comments here on YouTube. Garvin. Yes, Garvin. Facebook is really hating on Rich, man. I should show y'all what it does, Beresford. It just says maybe you can figure it out for me. What's up with Nick Phillips? Is he officially on the Hurricanes roster? As far as I know, bro, let's check it. As far as I know, he's on the Hurricanes roster. But I think he's been on there, and he just came to Belize, so let's just look at the Hurricanes roster right quick, and we will see. Oh shoot, what did I do? I went to the wrong place. Go back. Am I still sharing my screen? Yeah, I'm still sharing my screen. Cool. So we got I don't see him on here. Akeem, Victor, Raheem, Glency Lopez, Alex Garcin-Molency, Tyree Cunningham, Marquise, Daniel Gerger. I don't know. Does Beresford or Garvin, you got got any info on that, man? Like, I don't know I had like the final rosters. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on my phone. I was looking through this the other day, but like it doesn't show it on the NEBL website. But I guess that doesn't really mean anything. Maybe it's still maybe he's still on the roster. But I would think he is because he was posing on Facebook with middle. What's his name? Um, Barry Sports said the Hurricanes guys are watching Bradley's stats, acting like Tavian Davis didn't only average 10 a game in college. Yeah, that's the crazy thing, man. Like, um, just because you average on a team, like we don't know what his role was. We don't know anything like that. So it's hard to judge what he's capable of just by just by um by his last year stats. That doesn't show that's all he could do. So there we go. Go live. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go back here. I can't find anything about. Oh boy, I can't find anything about Nick. He's not on the NEBL page as part of their roster. But then again, that might just be like the guys that were active for this game or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Because I think, how many guys are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't know. How many guys can you have on your roster? Is it 15? Garvin said, Devin averaged less than 10 in Denmark and lit up Belize. Facts, Beresford. Um, okay, Beresford said the stat thing won't have him until he plays. But how does that work, I wonder? Because, um, okay, so they got 15. You can have 15 on the roster and 12 active. So that means some Hurricane stars are going to be sitting down. That's crazy. And I think you can kind of start catching up on the vibe on Facebook that not everything is all gravy over there in Hurricane Land. It seems like maybe the hurricane is stirring up its own self a little bit. Let me go through a few of these comments here. I actually like YouTube better than Facebook. Garvin said I'm not biased, but the hurricane culture is cringy. Mind elaborating, Garvin? What do you mean by that? Should I get you on and you can tell me what you mean by that? I think I know though. These boys are the PSG of the NEBL. Facts, man. It's if money can buy a championship, the Hurricanes done won. Quote me. Um, have I found any film on Nick? I know a little bit about Nick. Nick tried out for the 2017. I think it was when we were going to Nicaragua. Nick tried out for that team, the Belize national team. He's a Nick's is a capable player. Let's look up. Let's look up. We see if he has any highlighted because I know he played down in Louisiana. Because I helped hook him up with that scholarship down there, so I know. Let me blow my own horn. Nick Phillips. Sorry for the crying little girl. My little baby girl is really sensitive. All right, let's check out Nick Phillips basketball. Here we go. This is his sophomore season, first semester, 2022 summer highlights. All right, I think this is Nick right here. No, this ain't Nick. This is a white Nick. What? That's the wrong Nick, y'all. That's not the right Nick. Rocky Mountain. Shoot, surely boy got a highlight video out. Nick Phillips. What was the name of the college? Louisiana Golly, I'm glad y'all didn't see how I spelled Louisiana just now. Maybe on Facebook, y'all. Let's see. Let's look up Nick on Facebook. Nick Phillips. Nick, we're trying to find something. Loyola. New Orleans Loyola. All right, let's try that. I'm going to share y'all my screen with y'all so y'all can see what I'm doing. Doing a little research here. What was it? Loyola. New Orleans. He won I think they won a national championship in college. You spell Nick. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's see. Let's see if we got anything. I don't see nothing, y'all. This was 2 years ago. Here we go with the ad again. Should be on my other profile, because I don't have to watch ads on my other profile, but this one here I do. All right, let's see what Nick got. If this is Nick. That's not Nick. You know what? We can't find video. Let's look up stats. Since they're going off stats, let's look up stats for Nick Phillips then. All right, here we go. Nick was a senior. There's a junior here. That's Nick. But he's done, right? Go back. 2021. Let's look up U.S. basket. So in 2021, Nick played one game. Sure, this ain't right. Yup. Anybody got me? Barry Troy said it's not all kosher over there. The shelter's running out of capacity. Oh man, that's funny. I'm gonna go back. Yeah, I'm with you, Garvin. Like, I'm cool. I'm address that in a little bit. I'm still doing research on Nick. If y'all want to see what Nick averaged in college, but yeah, Nick. I think Nick had a little I had a little insider information on Nick. I think it was his senior year or something, but I don't think he played a whole lot. I think he finished up, but I don't think he finished up playing a whole lot. But anyways, I can't find film on him. I don't know if he doesn't have a highlight video. He should have a highlight video, but he doesn't. At least I can't find it. Maybe it'll pop up sometime. But I don't think, I might be wrong. I might eat my words tomorrow night, but I don't think Nick is going to be a big factor in this game tomorrow. All right. All right. I'm going into picking my picks for next week, and then I'm cashing out. I'm out. Let me go back to what's the schedule? I think I got the schedule on my phone. Hold on. Schedule on my phone. I know the one game. But I don't, just right off the top, I don't remember the other ones. All right, picks, y'all. So we got Western Ballers versus Belmont at Sacred Heart. I'm gonna go with my home team there with the Western Ballers over Belmont. You got the San Pedro Tiger Sharks, Orange Rock, Running Rebels. Nope. San Pedro's beating the Rebels in San Pedro. That's what I'm going with. Jihad told me last week. He told me that he's still flying in and out for games. So if Jihad's there, I mean, even if Jihad's not there, it's just so tough to win in San Pedro. PG versus Griga. I got Griga in that one handily, even down south. And then for the big one, man. So last time when the Hurricanes played the Defenders, I picked the Hurricanes because Dev had just gotten hurt the game before, and I underestimated. I was like, man, I think they're gonna. I don't think they can fill that gap that quick. But then they brought in Lillard. Is it Lillard? I always Dillard. Damian Lillard. It's Dillard. They brought in Lorenzo, and the first two games he played special. So he was the X factor in that game. Now, it seems since he's kind of cooled off, still solid, but he's kind of cooled off. I don't really know what he's averaging since then, but he averaged like 24. And, okay, here we go. Beresford pulled up the NAIA stats for me. So let's just take a look at Nick's stats right quick. 2022, 2023. Oh, he was at Ohio Chris, so he transferred, I guess. Didn't even hear about the transfer. So he averaged 12 minutes a game, played in 19 games, started 5 games, averaged 12 minutes a game, 46% field goal, 3.9 points a game, 75%. What's that? Free throw percentage. 3-point, didn't shoot a 3. There's some technical stats. Turnovers per game, rebounds. Where's the minutes per game? Rebounds per game. Am I still sharing? Yeah, I'm still sharing. So, anyways, like I said, I don't think, and this is no disrespect to Nick, because some players are just late blossomers, but I don't think he's going to be a huge factor in this game. We shall see. I might eat my words. That's all good. Back to the topic. I was about ready for my Defenders Hurricanes pick. So, I think last time I picked the Hurricanes. This time, I could go with the Defenders. All right, I'm just going to say, I'm going to go with the Defenders just because, man, the Defenders, to me, I've picked against them several times this year just because I felt like, they weren't in a position to win at that time, but I have never counted them out. In my mind, they've never been counted out. They have been, they got something to them that I really like. I got a gut feeling about the Defenders, man. And I think the Defenders are contenders, not pretenders. The Hurricanes obviously are contenders roster wise, but I still haven't seen the level of how should I put it? Okay, put it this way. The Hurricanes win just their sheer talent wins games. And then when Alex comes in, he makes them actually better in that they don't just have to rely on sheer talent, but they still, just by their nature, they're talent oriented. I don't feel like they have a set rotation. They just throw guys in and then guys perform. And that's a great problem to have. But I feel like chemistry wins championships and chemistry wins big games. And I've seen more chemistry from the Defenders, I guess, than I have from the Hurricanes. Even more that I've seen from the Defenders is their ability to gut out ugly wins. And I think that's also an intangible that that I'd want in a team, that I look for in a team, is a team that can win even though they're not playing well, even though they haven't hit their stride. And I mean, you could say the same thing about the Hurricanes, but I just feel like the Hurricanes have more talent, and therefore that gets overlooked. Like, I don't, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but all that said, man, I'm going with the Defenders again. Well, I didn't go with the Defenders last time. I picked the Hurricanes last time, but the Defenders upset them. I'm going with the Defenders this game, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting, man. There's a lot of chatter on Facebook, and it's like Garvin said on here, nothing to do with the players, but their fans and the ownership. Said shaking my head, LOL. I don't know. I try not to let it bother me, but I'm just not that Facebook guy. Like, I talk on Facebook now. Obviously, I go live on Facebook and I comment on Facebook and I put out statuses on Facebook. But if I were playing, I'd be pretty much invincible on Facebook. And I like that about most of the Hurricanes players too. They stay off Facebook and they're not out here. But we got one that talks all the time, and that's Alex. And Alex is probably gonna watch this later on, but Alex has got to back up his talk because there's a lot of talk from Hurricanes, and a lot of it is the Hurricanes owners, but also there is their senior leader. Alex is on here talking, so I don't see any of that from the Defenders. But I mean, to each his own, man. I'm not here to say how to run your organization because obviously I don't have one, and I'm not in that position. If I were in that position, I would choose to run my organization differently. But like I said, to each his own. I'll just be here watching and enjoying. And if I ate popcorn when I watch it, I'd be eating popcorn. But I don't eat popcorn when I watch the games. So I hope it turns out to be a really, really good game and that the best team prevails. Guys, thank you all for watching. Y'all got anything more in the comments for me? I'm checking out the comments on YouTube. I really think from now on I'm gonna just go live in YouTube, and I'm gonna start building this channel with some Orange Rock versus San Pedro Beresford. I think I'm giving that to San Pedro because it's at San Pedro, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Like I mean, you have to be really, really good to beat San Pedro and San Pedro, especially if they're at full strength. And from what I heard on your show last night, Beresford, it sounds like San Pedro is getting its guys together. And I'm looking forward to see how this thing shakes out because, man, I don't know who's coming out the top four. Like, if San Pedro makes this run on the top four, like, I don't know who's dropping out. If I had to pick somebody, I'd say Orange Walk, but I don't want to be like that. I don't have anything on Phil Fain. I wish I did because I feel like when he comes, if he comes, it's gonna make it really interesting if the Defenders and Hurricanes get to the finals. And tell you the truth, like that's kind of who I got going to the finals is the Hurricanes and the Defenders. I can't see anybody keeping the Hurricanes out of the finals, like in a best of 5. I don't really see it. But if the Hurricanes get to the finals and the Defenders get to the final, I'm rooting for the Hurricanes and Defenders to get to the finals. I think that would be the best thing for the league because it would be extremely competitive. And as Beresford said on here, Phil Fain's season's not finished until May 2nd, so that gives him another like next week possibly. I guess he could be here. I'm not sure, not 100% on that. But, man, I just can't. I mean, Griga has some pieces, but I can't throw Griga in the mix because I feel like Griga is just – they really have to find – they have not been they're either hot or cold. And they haven't been able to win on the road. And so, like, unless a team starts winning on the road, like, that's not It's not a good sign because tough teams win on the road. That's what my coach in college always said. You have to be tough to win on the road. You can, like, prima donnas win at home. Tough guys win on the road. Not saying the Griga guys are prima donnas, but I like Griga. I really do. But they have to show me something on the road. Beresford said, "Did the guys relax in San Pedro, toes in the sand before games?" I don't think so, man. Like, I really think it has something to do. You asked me this question about shooting on the rims in San Pedro, but like I feel like it has something to do with the just the tightness of the court. The court is tiny. I mean, it's not even a high school court. It's extremely small, and I don't know if that has something to do with it. I mean, I've had good games in San Pedro personally, but I really don't think I have ever won in San Pedro. Like all the Western Ballers teams, I went to 2 finals against San Pedro, and I don't think I ever won a game in San Pedro. So I can't give you the secrets on winning in San Pedro, that's for sure. Oh man. But yeah, it's tough out there, man. Like, and then a lot of times there's sand on the court. And one time we were out there, they washed the court down with soap right before the game. And, oh man, Francis can zoom off on that little court for sure, for sure. And for guys that play out there all the time, I think it's just whatever, really. I don't know. I don't like excuses, so I'm not trying to make excuses. But for some reason, San Pedro is tough to play. San Pedro is tough to play. And the guy's thinking about those mojitos. Possibly some dudes have them before Beresford. I never had mojitos before, but like the only time I had a beer after a game was in San Pedro. Oh man. No, it might not have been the only time, but yeah, it was. I rarely had alcoholic beverages, man. But after losing in San Pedro, normally if someone offered me a beer, I might take it. All right. Yeah, Beresford said you like YouTube. I like YouTube too, man. Um, if anybody, I should have just like opened it up if anybody wanted to jump on because I could have done the Zoom thing, but I'm gonna get off this thing for now. I was gonna go live on Sunday, but Sunday is the agriculture show, so I doubt I'll go live on Sunday. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll move it up to Monday, but I'm trying to go live on Sunday so that I can get some players on and hear some some of what the players got to say. I talked to Hoop Nigel this week. He's feeling good about the game. Um, I had a conversation with some other people too, and yeah, man, this Hurricanes defenders rivalry is not just is platonic the word. It's not just for good basketball. Like it's not just all skin deep. This stuff is for real. So I don't think management really likes each other. If that's what if I need to put it in no uncertain terms, it is very personal. It's personal. I don't even know necessarily if it's personal amongst the players. I don't really know. I don't really get that feeling, but it is personal amongst ownership for sure, for sure. All right. Anybody else got anything in the comments? After that, I'm out. Looking forward to it, man. I did see some posts, so yeah, I'm just looking forward to this game. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun one. I appreciate y'all joining me over here on YouTube, man. It's gonna be great for the fans, as Beresford said, and I am extremely happy with how this thing worked out. Jared Bowden said, "Defenders and Hurricanes selling out like crazy every time people emotionally invested. Now finals meeting would be bang." That's 100% right, man. Like, can you imagine like a 3-5 game or best of, I don't know, what is it, best of 5 they normally do, but if the Defenders and Hurricanes get in there, they might have to make that a best of 7. People money are done. But yeah, it's great to see, and it is the bottom line. It is good for basketball. I just wish it didn't have to be personal. I wish it wasn't personal. I wish people didn't make it personal, and I think the Hurricanes take it a little too far sometimes by how low they go, put it that way. But like I said, it's not not for me to judge. I'm just out here looking on, picking the defenders. I'll be rooting for the defenders this time, as will a lot of other people, I think. But guys, stay safe. Let's have fun watching this game. Anybody going to the game, have a blast. Good, clean fun. Keep it classy. Until next time, friends. God bless y'all. Peace.